And Matt in Chicago, Illinois, listening on that blowtorch of a station, WCPT. Matt, you are on the air with Senator Sanders.
Yes, hello, gentlemen. Senator Sanders, what happens when the rest of the world, when the economy decides we no longer want the U.S. currency to be the reserve currency of the world? What happens to the U.S. dollar and the U.S. economy?
Well, thank you very much for asking that question, Matt. And that is why I began this show by saying that the damage done already is irreparable. Because there are more and more people all over the world who are looking at the United States and saying, no, you cannot be the foundation for the world's economy. We think you're too unstable. We think you have right-wing extremists who are threatening, who have shut down the government, threatening not to pay the bills, and you want us to follow you as the foundation of the world's economy. So I think, Matt's point is exactly right. These guys in the Tea Party are working hard, it seems to me, to make this country a second-rate nation. And that's really the simple truth. They don't want us to improve education. And I want to, if I can use Matt's question, just go a little bit further. What I hope people understand is that the Republican resistance to Obamacare, and I voted for Obamacare, I voted for the Affordable Care Act, that I saw that as a modest step forward. We got 48 million people today without any health insurance. This would insure another 20 million people. It would put more money into disease prevention. I think there are mechanisms in it that would help us control the escalating cost of health care. But nobody thinks that this is the end all. We are the only nation in the industrialized world that doesn't guarantee health care to all people as a right through a national health care program. And this obviously is not that. But what the Republicans were fearful of is that if Obamacare becomes successful and people get health insurance that otherwise did not have it, if people get a better deal than they currently have now, more cost-effective health insurance, then the right wing's dream of cutting back will be detoured very significantly. Here is what these guys want, and maybe this is the most important point that has to be gotten out. What the Koch brothers and these other right-wing extremists want is not just defunding Obamacare. That's just the tip of the iceberg. They have a very different vision for society. What they want is to end Social Security, probably not immediately, but over a period of time, privatize Social Security. They want to end Medicare as we know it, and we saw the Ryan plan a couple of years ago, which voucherizes Medicare, gives people an $8,000 check, and if you come down with cancer, good luck to you with your $8,000 check that will last 2 or 3 days. But that's their vision. Massive cuts in Medicaid. They want to eliminate the Environmental Protection Agency so that corporations will be able to pollute our air and our water with impunity. Nobody but there to stop them. They want to end the Department of Education. They want to end the Department of Energy. And here's something that just blows me away completely. Right now, the federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour, which is grossly inadequate to protect the millions and millions of people who are trying to get by on low wages. Do you know what the Republican solution to that is, Tom?
Do away with the minimum wage altogether.
Exactly.
Yes.
To eliminate the concept. And the broad issue here is this is their understanding of freedom. Yeah. Now, freedom comes, in this case, from the Koch brothers, who are worth $71 billion. So they're saying to the people of Alabama and Mississippi and all these states, you have the freedom not to have any health insurance for yourselves and your kid. And you have the freedom to work for $3 an hour. And you have the freedom to breathe polluted air or dirty water. What more can you want in terms of freedom? That is their message. Now, very few people in America understand that. So when we are dealing with this Obamacare, this is just one small part of a right-wing agenda, which is attempting through Citizens United and the ability to buy and sell politicians to transform our nation and to repeal virtually every piece of legislation passed in the last 80 years. And I'm not exaggerating, that protects working families, the elderly, the children, the sick, and the poor.